Dear students, let us study the lesson at the zoo. In the pre-reading activity, it tells us about the importance of forest. Forest is the home of birds and animals. Man also depends upon forest for his living. Hunting of animals is banned in the forest. But nowadays, wildlife is in danger. We see some of the animals in the zoo. What is a zoo? Zoo is a place where animals and birds are kept. Zoo is a very attractive place for children and adult people. Thousands of people visit the zoo every day. So here in this lesson, a person has visited the zoo and he tells about his experience through the letter in the lesson at the zoo. The lesson at the zoo is in the form of letter. Gopi visited the zoo and he writes about his experiences to his brother Vishnu in this letter. So let us read the lesson and understand it now. I had promised you a letter and here it is. It is all about monkeys, elephants, camels and other beasts that I saw in a zoo. So he says that he saw many animals and he is going to explain about those animals. Monkeys, elephants, camels and other animals. The animals I saw first were the elephants. They were a baby elephant, a mother elephant and a grandpa elephant. The baby elephant was rocking through its chained legs. The mother elephant was looking sad. The grandpa elephant was saddled and gathered with his trappings. The keeper had unchained its legs and the elephant was moving about with a cargo of excited children on its back. At this sight, I was reminded of the ambition of my childhood to ride on an elephant. But alas, I was no longer a child. So in this paragraph, the writer says that the first animals he saw were elephants. And the elephants were baby elephant, mother elephant and grandpa elephant. The mother elephant was looking sad because the baby elephant was chained through its legs. And then the grandpa elephant was moving about with a cargo of excited children on its back. And this sight reminds the writer of his childhood days. His ambition, his wish in those days was to sit on the elephant and have a ride. But now he says he is already grown up and he cannot do it now. In the next paragraphs, let us read the next paragraph now. Next, I moved on to see the camels. How ugly the beasts are, but they looked kind and good. So the next line says that he saw the camels, and about the camels he says paragraph, these is about the ugly beast. So let us read the paragraph. Kind and I was an antelope paddock and I went there. I saw a very young antelope racing madly around. It leaped, sprang and turned round and round and round, faster and faster. After a while it stopped all of a sudden and stood still, none the worse of its antics. Then it tumbled down in the very middle of the heap of grass, and as I left the place I saw it fast asleep there. So this paragraph is about the antelope. The antelope was in the antelope paddock and there it was racing madly round and round, faster and faster. And all of a sudden it stopped all its activities and fell down in the middle of the grass and fell asleep. The next paragraph is, not far off were the deer, cranes and storks. The deer were romping, the cranes were having their daily wing exercise, and the noisy storks were making a loud din. Amidst all this clatter, a stork was having a quiet doze, standing on one leg. It looked as if it would topple over, but it never did. So this paragraph tells us about the deer, cranes and the storks. The deers were romping, moving about. The cranes were having their wing exercise. And the storks, they were making a loud din, unpleasant voice. They were making an unpleasant voice. But one stork was just standing on one leg and having a quiet doze. And it looked as though it would fall, but it never fell down. The next paragraph is, next I saw a giraffe. It towered high above the other animals. It was standing by a huge shed, intended for its house, and eating the leaves from a tall tree. What a strange creature this animal is. So the next paragraph says about the giraffe. The giraffe is a very tall animal, and he says it was a strange creature. It was eating the leaves from the tall tree. There were lions, tigers, polar bears, monkeys and other beasts in the zoo. There were many beautiful and colorful parrots, snow white cockatoos and funny ducks gliding across the pond. I would like to discuss the need for maintaining a zoo. VIPs and VVIPs have started adopting certain caged birds and animals. I have a dilemma in my mind. The next paragraph, he says that he saw different animals like lions, tigers, polar bear, monkeys, beasts in the zoo. He also saw some beautiful birds, and those birds were parrots, snow white cockatoos, then funny ducks. And now he says there is a need to maintain the zoo. But still, he has a confusion in his mind. And the confusion is whether it is right to cage animals. So this is about the zoo, the lesson zoo. Hope you have understood the lesson. Children, read the lesson and find the answers for the questions. Thank you.